Hello, lovely souls. I hope you all are well. I wanted to share a little story and share a little bit about healing. So, a few years ago, I had purchased some IKEA furniture. I can't actually remember what it was, but I remember sitting down on the floor and, putting it all together. I had the instructions and all the screws and everything, and I was just doing it on my own. And there came a point where I wasn't actually able to screw one of the screws, and I I used so much force. I used all of my force, and I wasn't able to. And I was trying, and I was getting frustrated, and then I got really angry that I couldn't do it. It was just a little screw, and I wasn't able to do it. And I tried again with all my force, and tried again, and I couldn't do it. And it just came a point where I just gave up, and I just sat there, and basically I started crying. This sounds silly, but I just felt helpless and hopeless, and I didn't have a strong man to do it for me. I was on my own, and in this state of helplessness and hopelessness and just full acceptance, which I started thinking I'm not strong enough and all of this, I just sat there and I started to very gently just do the motion of screwing it and reflecting, and I was in full acceptance, and I was a little bit sad and crying, but I was in full acceptance. And in that moment of acceptance, and just being and just going through the motions, the screw went in. Some of you are thinking why are you sharing this? But my whole point to this, and as it started to go in, I was in awe because there I was before using all of my force and my strength and fighting this thing to put it all together. And then in my helplessness and my weakest point, basically, I've just very gently just going through the motions and crying and in full acceptance, the screw went in. And I was just in awe, and I had a light bulb moment, which comes back to my point on healing, and that is, I see a lot of people, and I used to do this, so obviously that's why I see it. Every now and again I catch myself, but I'm much better at going into the healing mode and processing things from a place of desire and from a place of wanting to see myself and do the work, whereas I see a lot of people forcing. And when you are in the state of forcing healing and breaking through blocks and all of this, you are actually already in a state of fight, and you are already in resistance, and it can be that much harder. And if you just learn to surrender like I did in that moment and be in allowance, it will be much easier to access and go through the layers of emotions. I had to cut myself there because I was rambling on. So my point is, when you approach healing, you have to approach it from a place of desire. Well, you don't have to do anything, but it will be much easier for you to approach your healing with the mindset of desiring and wanting to heal and to face and to accept and surrender, rather than to fight and to force and to use all your willpower, because willpower in itself, you are implying already resistance, and it takes a lot of energy, and it's not going to get you very far, whereas if you use your will, that's different. That comes from your soul. You're using your desire. You're using your will in the sense of, it's not an effort. It's not like a heavy effort that you need to make. You just need to set an intention from your heart to desire, to face and to surrender and to accept, and emotionally desire this healing from your heart. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. That's it for today. If you have any questions, you can always comment below. And yeah, bye for now.